Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's Doug the Efficient, also known as Doug the Foodie, and sometimes my mom calls me Ronnie, but not very often. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Engagement. So, if you've ever been here before to our Engagement channel, you've heard me say this before. People always say to me, "Hey, Doug, you're a wedding officiant and you have a channel called Engagement. And is that because you marry people and you only talk to people that are engaged?" And I say, heck no. I talk to everybody. But the word engagement in the dictionary means to come together, to have a meeting. And I love having a conversation and a meeting. So during the pandemic, I decided I would start a little channel called Engagement. It's also called Life Engagement Project, where I can sit down and talk to people on a Wednesday, maybe have a little beverage, always have a little laugh, usually learn something interesting, and basically talk about whatever I find to be interesting. Now, maybe that's a little decadent. I don't know, but I'm okay with that. It's an opportunity maybe to help people grow or understand a little bit more. We never talk about politics. There's always a place for that, but not here. And we always try to have kind, curated conversations. So we've talked about phenomenal females. We've had some sips with Susan. We have talked to Fergie Jenkins. We've talked to a number of interesting people that are doing some really interesting things in this world. We've been more than 7 degrees of Oprah Winfrey. And Miss Oprah, if you're watching, give me a call. And we've recently started talking to people that we find in our community that are doing the good. And you probably have people in your community that are doing the good. And it's important to highlight that. And it's a small light that we shine on them here at Engagement, but nonetheless, it's an important light to shine on them. So today, we're really thrilled to talk to someone in my community that is probably also in your community doing some great things. And I love it when there's some overlap there. And we're talking to the fine folks from our community living Chatham, Kent. And they do a ton of great things. And I thought I knew everything they did, but I only knew the tip of the iceberg. So I wanted them to come on and talk about what they do. So I've invited first one of their coordinators. She handles volunteers and events. Her name's Lisa McAllister, and I've got her in the green room here. Lisa, how are you?
Good. How are you, Doug?
Good. Welcome. It's Wednesday, and you're talking to
Thanks
Doug.
for having us.
Always happy to talk about good things in our community. And
Wonderful.
like I said at the beginning, I'm sure that people have other good things similar in their community because community living is not just here; it's around. So you may have this in your backyard. You may have seen the branding or the logo and drive by their building and not know what they do. But I want to highlight what we do here in our neck of the woods because you guys are doing some really great things.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you handle volunteer and events.
That's
We
right.
both know the volunteers are huge, huge lifeblood to any organization. My Aunt Trula always said this. She said, "Many hands make light work."
Mhm.
And it was true when I was a young kid when I heard that. It's true today. I'm not such a young kid, but I'm still a kid. And it's very true. And you need volunteers to help you with the work that you guys do. You've probably heard the stat before that the 80-20 rule, where 80% of the work is done by 20% of the people.
Mhm.
It's probably the same in your community as well. So let's talk about volunteers because that's so important. What do you how does it work? Where do you find them? What do you need? What do you need in the way of volunteers and help?
Well, what's interesting, so I only came into the role in July, so I'm still green and still learning everything. But what I find amazing about this organization are the amount of people who step up to volunteer. So just recently we had the Santa Claus parade, and individuals within the organization stepped up. The two individuals that you're going to introduce later also assisted in putting the float together, and then just coming together as an organization. It's just incredible to stand back and watch. But certainly, when we're looking at volunteers, a lot what I'm looking for when I'm seeking volunteers is to assist with the many different events that we run. And we're going to talk about a few later with you, but certainly just recently in October, we had the 5K run and wheel. So we had individuals helping with registration. We had individuals all over the course so that no one would get lost. I know it was only 5K, but you can always still take a wrong turn. And upcoming, we have the community Christmas concert a week from Friday, and we'll need lots of volunteers for that day as well to assist with the performers, just to make sure that the show itself goes flawless. But my big thing when we're looking for volunteers isn't just to get volunteers' bodies to do the work, but I tried to really spend some time with them to get to know what some of their likes are so that we can connect them with different events and activities that we're doing as an organization that they would not only like to participate in, but would have fun doing it as well. And I find if you can make volunteering fun, chances are they're going to keep coming back. And certainly those individuals who access services have such a way of touching your heart so deeply that in my belief system, that's why the volunteers keep coming back.
Absolutely. I mean, when people volunteer, they're giving of their time and their talents, right?
Exactly.
So I know that a lot of volunteer organizations, they do a survey as you come in and they say, yes, Lisa, we know that you're an accountant, but what other talents do you have or interests you have? Because sometimes that's your opportunity to really spread your wings and do something you really love. Because yes, you may be an accountant, but you do that all day long. And now you get a chance to, I don't know, make pies or get involved or coordinate or whatever the case may be. And giving of our time is as valuable, in my opinion, as giving money. Because
Absolutely.
usually if you're helping out with an event, that event is typically either going to spread word and knowledge to the public of who you are and what you do, or it's there to maybe fundraise, make some money for that organization so that you can continue to give services. So I know that recently you had a volunteer fair. This is an old, now stale dated because it was November 1st, a month ago, almost a month. But yeah, having volunteer expo is a great way to get people out and, learning, what the skills they have and how they can help is always important. So you can always reach out to the gang. I don't know if you have a volunteer portal link in your on your website, but the website is this.
Yes. So if they just go through there or phone the office, I follow up and arrange a time to meet. Certainly there's a lot of paperwork to go over, but my main thing is get to know you. You get to know a bit about the organization to see if it's a good fit. And if it is, wonderful. And then we'll take the next steps from there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You mentioned briefly about the concert. I want to just bring that up while we're talking about it. You have a community Christmas concert that's coming up just around the corner, and it's coming really fast. You have a great lineup of people there. Actually, I know a few of these families that sing, and I know Cam Dudley and a few of the talented people you have coming. So it should be a great show. And how's sales going on that? Because it's always hard to get people out sometimes to commit to the night of.
Well, the great thing about it is there's no tickets. It's cash donations. So whoever shows up at the door first are the ones that get seats to watch this performance. And it is absolutely amazing. We have individuals who access services that are performing. One being Amber, she's with the Leaders Within that we'll speak a bit later, and she's playing the flute. To, as you said, Cameron Dudley, who has an amazing voice. The Ginty family, some know it too from Tuesday, but they're actually bringing their children on stage with them to perform. So they're calling themselves the Ginty family. So just incredible. I'm excited just to see the night unfold. I think it's going to be so special.
So can you get the Ginty family to put on Lederhosen? They could maybe do a whole...
I don't know about that, Doug. No promises.
It's hard to find good Lederhosen.
Maybe there's a big donation for the organization.
Maybe. Oh, yeah. Oh, a challenge. Yes. So, yes, that'd be perfect. Send your challenges over. Exactly. That's www.clc-k.ca.
You got it.
Perfect. I want to talk about a few other things, but I want to talk about this first. I know that you have a Giving Tuesday, which is coming up. Talk about that and how important that is and what it does, because I know what it does, but maybe not everyone understands the concept behind it.
So every year they run the Snowflake campaign. So we're linking it to the Giving Tuesday. And each year we go out and take a look at the individuals who access services. And sometimes, in order to improve quality of life, to create opportunities for greater inclusion and more meaningful activities, um, different individuals may have a request for a certain item. It could be an adaptive device, or for this year, it's about music. And so anyone who donates to our Snowflake campaign, and certainly we're utilizing the Giving Tuesday as a means to really push that campaign, those monies would go towards those music instruments for Ella and Antonio. And what's really nice, here in our office at the front, we have a tree, and anyone who makes a donation to the Snowflake campaign, their name goes on a snowflake that hangs on the tree. So you have those individuals who are just interested in giving to a great cause. And then there's others who utilize it for a way to remember a loved one has been lost, or an interesting way to give a Christmas gift as well, that they know is going towards a gift to someone in need that could improve their life.
Nice. Yeah, that's important. I mean, that's giving is sharing is caring, and giving is also the same.
Yeah.
I know you have a newsletter as well. I'm not sure if you want to talk about this at all, but it's a great way to keep the community connected.
Yeah, so the newsletter goes out 4 times a year, and we just like to update the community on the different things that are going on. Certainly, not only about upcoming events, but how our events made out, and also to highlight some of the individuals who not only access services, but some of the wonderful staff that we have on board. Because it's one thing, Doug, I have to say, I've worked for different organizations. Community living has a wonderful way of seeking those who are coming from the heart. And when you see these individuals, the direct support professionals, they're incredible. They're just, I'm in awe of them when you watch them and how they care for the individuals who access services. They're not clients, they are a part of their heart. And that's a type of service that's provided.
It is. I mean, I always say this about nurses, especially because I happen to know quite a few of them. It's a job that takes compassion, and not everyone is able to display compassion. They might have it, but not everyone's willing to lead with that. And in your industry, with what you guys do, that's paramount, that you lead with compassion, lead with the heart, because you're giving of yourself and your talents and your time, and to people, and that means you may be working more than you would normally think, and you may be giving more emotionally than you would normally do at a regular job where you just have to crunch some numbers. So you've got a great staff there. Congratulations.
Yeah, and the feedback, that's the thing, they nourish your heart right back. So it truly is an exchange from Heart Center, and it's incredible to watch and to be a part of.
Yes, exactly. So I want to bring on our I'm going to say dynamic duo.
Yes.
So I met these guys at your location, and they're quite the pair. They're two brothers that have endless energy, big hearts, huge hearts, and damn, they're really good sales guys too. So I'm talking about Brent Gore and Derek Gore, and they are brothers. And I'm going to bring them in here. They're all excited. They're going to be famous today, they said. Guys, how's it going?
Good, Dad. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for being here. How you guys feeling today? You guys okay? Perfect. So you guys are quite the sales team. You guys sell a lot of, you know what? I'm going to change this. We'll go like this so you guys can see my lips better. There we go. So you guys are hearing impaired, correct?
Yeah.
So you need to see my lips.
Yeah.
My wife always says I mumble, so I have to speak clearly.
Yeah. Louder. Yeah.
So this is the test. So you guys sell a lot.
Yeah.
You guys are quite the sales team.
Yeah.
And you're currently selling this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Who has sold more?
I sold over 100 calendars.
Honesty is the best policy. Do you know how many you've sold?
The lottery calendar. There, go for it. Like, really?
Tell me what the lottery calendar, Derek.
I sold over 100 calendars already.
Wow.
And
Wow.
almost every week, I always ask for a new pack.
Yeah.
And you go on social media, spread the word that if anybody wants a lottery calendar for family, much here.
Wow. Well, you guys are rock stars when it comes to selling. And I know you've taught Lisa a thing or two because she sold me a ticket or two.
Goodbye.
So, Lisa, do you want to explain the concept behind the lottery calendar?
It's one of our best fundraising events that we do. And what I like about it, it's really about the community. So in the early stages of it, we look for local businesses to help support the calendars. They can be a banner sponsor, so you'll see that every month. But we also look for those who can donate in other ways. Sometimes they're gift cards, it could be cash, different things like that. And so every single day of the year, there's a prize drawn. So if you flip through the calendar, you'll see different logos in there of businesses that have provided some type of donation. So that's why it's laid out that way. So I like it from a community standpoint that we're highlighting different businesses that help support community living.
Right.
And then once that's all collected, we do try to find a theme. So this year's theme was Discover Your Wellness. And we look not only at the physical wellness, but certainly at mental and emotional health as well. So what was really fun is with Turns and Tails, one of the challenges, I believe it was November of this coming year, was about reading. So Turns and Tails were very generous and gave us a few gift cards to give out that month. And we have a picture of individuals who access services right there in their store. So there's different things that can happen that are exciting.
Well, I have my calendar, and I'm hoping to win something. And you know what, it's one of those campaigns that you hope everyone hopes to win. Like you go to the casino, you buy a lottery ticket, hoping to win. And I do that often, by the way. This is one of those investments where I'm like, I'm okay if I don't win because I'm helping out a community and a really great cause. So, I want to talk very briefly about, and I know that you guys have already done this. But for those that don't know me, I mean, one of my handles is Doug the Foodie. I do like to cook. I do like to eat. I'm sorry I missed out on this.
Oh, yeah. The Memories of Parkfield.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, in our neck of the woods, we had this incredible cafe that had incredible pies, great food, and it was ran by Community Living. And it's since closed, but you guys have rekindled it in a way with the recipes that are out there. So is that over with? Is that all done? Is there?
Yeah. So in our 2022 calendar is Memories of the Parkfield. And so they highlighted favorite recipes each month. Mm-hmm. So the wisdom of again, amazing staff here at Community Living thought, why don't we recreate all these recipes and share them not only amongst our different locations, but with the community. So they were up for sale for $20 and it had an individual portion of each of the recipes. So there was soup, salad, desserts,
what we need.
The hula pie that Derek and Brett spoke about earlier. So and then and the generous staff as well. We had a few that went over to Outreach for Hunger as well, because truly it's about hands helping hands. So
very true. So did Derek and Brent, did you guys work at the Community Living Cafe at the Parkfield?
I did. Right. I didn't.
No. So Brett, you did? Do you have any secret recipes you can give me?
Then I'm traumatic. I sat around and laughed like, what? I'm done.
Well, if you have any secret recipes from the old days, you talk to Uncle Dougie here.
I started there in Parkfield 2012.
Okay.
For London. He said, if you find the old Parkfield recipes, let him know.
Yeah. I like to cook.
I'll keep research.
All right. Keep Uncle Dougie in mind. So, the calendar itself, you guys are selling a lot of them. Do you have Derek and Brett? Do you have a goal? How many you want to sell? Like, do you?
To me, I'm hoping to sell over almost 200, maybe 250 calendars.
Well, and a little secret, Doug, is Derek and Brett are going to be at the Maroons game on December 4th and December 11th selling the calendar.
Woo!
You may have to increase your goal.
In fact, my dad.
We only print 2,000, so yeah.
Well, I'm sure they'll sell it out for sure because these two guys can sell.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you guys compete to see who can sell more?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Nothing wrong with that. That's okay. So the calendar itself, when you announce the winners, is this how you're doing the announcements?
So we post on social media, so through Facebook and Instagram and Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
But we also, whoever the winner is, we will call them directly. And then on the radio as well, it's announced because that's the beauty of when they're a banner sponsor, whoever sponsors that month, every single day on the radio, the winner's announced. And then we'll say who the banner sponsor is for the month. So every day for a month, that business is stated every day on the radio, which is
Nice.
just an interesting way to advertise.
Very cool. Very cool.
More than 2 times. More than many as you want.
Perfect.
And the draw.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Perfect. Because I have my ticket right here, and I'm hiding the number so people can't copy or clone that. So I don't mind winning more than one time. So you guys helped out with the Santa Claus parade.
Yeah.
How was that? Was it fun?
It was fun.
Were you cold?
Hi.
Were you cold? Did you freeze? No.
I'm a tough guy.
Oh, I would have.
I was there and I froze.
I'm kidding. I was cold.
Yeah.
Back on, like, maybe, yeah.
Yeah. I saw your float. You guys did a great job on the float.
Yeah.
I think I saw Derek walking alongside the float. So you guys did a fantastic job and a way to reach out to the community and let them know you're there. So
And with community living, we're there.
Yeah, absolutely. And just, Doug, I want to give a shout out to Ida Thomas. Ida was the staff member who took the lead on the float and put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it. So
well
I
done.
want to give a big thank you to her,
Well done.
as well as Derek and Brett's dad, Bob.
Oh,
He braved the cold to help put it together as well.
Nice. So Derek and Brett, what is your thoughts of community living? How much do you love what you do and where you're at with them?
For me, I'm going to say I'm great with their values, what they do for the community. Yeah, right. They show me what they do, and like, you know what, I'm in. So how about I've been part of community living for 12 years. Yeah, it's been a while. So yeah, I love it.
Good.
If
Yeah.
I ever move, that's it. So,
Yeah.
I enjoy being with community living, socializing with friends, and meeting new people that I've never met. And we become friends and socialize.
Nice. What I noticed in my very brief visit to the team, you guys are like a family.
Yes.
Yeah. The day I was there, you had presents for one of the ladies that was there, and you guys were, just like siblings, just teasing each other about how many you've sold and talking about the upcoming events. And you guys are part of the leadership. Is it called cabinet?
Leaders Within.
Leaders Within.
Yeah.
Tell me about that, guys. What have you learned at the Leaders Within?
So Leader Within is about processing and getting ready. What you got to do. Get ready for the concert.
yeah.
Now, you guys are emceeing the concert? Are you guys the
Yeah,
Yeah,
introduction.
we're doing speaking.
perfect? You'll be famous again.
Hope you'll be there.
You'll be famous yet again because everyone's going to know you guys. They're going to see you on the street. They're going to stop you for autographs.
Sure.
So tickets are available. I mean, it's free, but you want to
Yeah.
be there first because it's
Yeah.
limited seating.
First come, first serve.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If I just can make just a bit of a plug for the leaders within, though, Doug.
Absolutely.
What that was a Trillium grant that Community Living applied for, I believe, in 2012. And what it does is every year they pull individuals who are interested in learning how to do public speaking. So a lot of it is led by Christine Kent. She's an amazing woman. Jennifer Ginty helps her as well. And they train, they work with the individuals to train them to do public speaking. And then at all the different events that you'll see that we host, we'll have leaders within graduates come to speak, to MC, to introduce those types so that they continue to develop that skill of public speaking. So Derek and Brett are going to be at the Christmas concert doing a few of the introductions for us that night, as well as quite a number of other ones that have graduated from the program. So that,
my good joke.
What's that, Brett?
And don't forget, watch out my good joke at the concert. I'm doing that joke.
That's
You got to warm the crowd up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Good. You have other events. I want to talk about an event that's happened in the past, and I would assume it's coming back. And again, it's food related because that's what I do. It's this one here, the food truck.
Yeah.
Now there's some sketchy people in this photo that I know. That's what caught my attention. Mainly Joe down front. I heard it was a great event. Do you want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, so it was a hot day in July, that one. But we had 6 different food trucks from Chatham Kent come. And we had, so it was $70, but you got a passport and you got to visit each one of the food trucks that was there. And then it was held at Sons of Kent, which, let's face it, they have an amazing venue out back.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had Big Shiny Tunes as a band that played. And it was just an amazing night. Good food, good drinks, and amazing music. It was a really fun night.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed that because I like all those things.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. I want to talk about one particular stat that I found on your website, and I found it to be very interesting. I'll let you talk about this, but 87% of businesses that hire people who have a disability do so because it aligns with their business goals.
Mm-hmm.
That's really important. And for me, when I see that what a business's goals are and their philosophy behind it, their culture, that means a lot. And that for me opens or closes my pocketbook. If their philosophy aligns with mine, you're more likely to be adapted to them, drawn to them, and help them out. So do you want to talk about that philosophy that I found?
Yeah, it's interesting because there are some businesses that I have worked with in the past that they're about people, they're about inclusion. And so they'll seek individuals out, no matter their background, to work for their organization. And, as you well know, there is a shortage of people available to fill employment opportunities in Chatham Kent. And the thing is, if some of these organizations and businesses would take a look at their mission and values and see that there's an opportunity here to work with individuals with diverse abilities. Maybe it might take 2 individuals to do a particular job, but it's getting done. And so I think if individual businesses started to be a bit more creative and kind of broaden their view of what an atypical employee looks like. I mean, COVID's pushed it, but this is an opportunity to push it more, to look at ways to fill positions with individuals who are willing to work. And I'm telling you right now, the individuals who access services from community living, they want to work. They're so dependable. Derek and Brett, I never have to worry. They're there on time. They're ready to work. They're amazing. And they're 2 of a whole host of individuals through community living. And we have a wonderful Job Works program by Stephen Stokely manages that, who they look for opportunities, ways to connect with businesses in Chatham Kent who will look at hiring individuals with diverse abilities. And like we said earlier in this conversation, people have so many varied talents that we just got to give people a shot, and they'd be amazed at what happens when they put a little time and energy into someone. It feeds them.
I agree with that. So I've got two questions from that. I'm going to ask a question that people may be afraid to ask, because I'm never afraid to ask any questions. When you hire someone through your program,
Mm-hmm.
you pay them like you would a normal person, correct?
Absolutely.
Good.
Yeah.
Because then they have worth.
Well, the employer would pay them directly.
So
now, sometimes there's funding available through different government programs that can help offset the training time.
They'll subsidize, but they are on the payroll like everybody else. They're not there volunteering.
Yeah.
They are a valuable asset to your business. Which brings up another question. So I'm assuming there's some sort of training for the employer, so they understand, how best to teach or learn or work with them and what to expect. I'm assuming that's part of the program.
Yeah, through JobWorks, they'll do on the job training. So they'll work with staff and the individual being hired with that job coaching piece, so that they're trying to make it as seamless as possible. And then when we've seen where I've had situations years ago where someone was in a position, they were doing so well, they wanted to promote them into something a little higher. And then they brought the JobWorks crew back in for a bit more job coaching, because there's a bit of anxiety with change, right? And to help make that, again, that next step seamless for them.
Okay. And then my big question here is, Derek and Brett, are you guys currently working somewhere?
Well, I'm looking for a job, but not sure where. So.
All right. Have you guys worked anywhere through the program? No.
But Derek and Brett, tell them what you do, because you're busy all year round.
So what we do every year for community is we collect toys for kids without Christmas.
Nice.
So how we collect the toys is we collect empty beer cans, empty returnable that take back to the beer store. Anyway, so all that money we use, we buy any toys for the community that we can't afford, or family that really need for the kids. But anyway, last year we raised over $8,174. This year we're at $6,000 with the toys, $6,000 this year.
Wow.
That's a lot of everything to gather for that.
That's a job right there.
It is.
Well done. Well done, guys.
And so last year was 5,000. The last year was 8,174. 2 years ago it was 5,000.
Wow.
This year we're at $6,000.
Wow.
We're not trying to beat.
Well done.
No matter how much we raise, they're happy with that.
Yeah.
That's right. And every morning we wake up, somebody drops 10 cases of every. We drop them off at the house.
Nice.
Now
I know that you also offer pickup as well as drop off.
Yeah. And if it's there, give them the business card and the staff of the business card has a number. If you have any empty or pop can, wherever, just give a call.
Right there.
Just give a call and then
anyway, we have people from Windsor, we have people from London, we have people from Sarnia, we have people from Port Lambton, Victoria. We pick them all up, and all the money's helped to the Woods and Toy Guide.
Nice.
With pumpkins, beer cans, everything.
So what I'm thinking here, Lisa, is, when you talk about having staff and volunteers with big hearts, they have to be as big as their hearts.
I don't know. That's right? Pretty hard. That's pretty tough.
You guys have some really big hearts. So that's amazing. Well done. Well done.
Today, we help with the gift.
Yes.
Community store. So yesterday we did the community store where the old Sears was.
Yep.
Anyway, so we went in. They had I don't know how much. It's probably almost 10,000 items that were donated for the gifts.
So we're volunteer help out.
So anyway, we did yesterday. We helped sort by toys, by ages.
And my job, I store-bought food, like the fiery date. It's good, it's not good. I like the food was right in my alley. And before we do that, so we just did really cool.
Oh,
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, Benson.
We got our haircut.
wow, you guys are incredible.
We got
Incredible.
So
Wow.
I'll tell you,
Wow.
for my toy drive, we donate all the toys to Salvation Army.
Wow.
Right now, we're using the Parkview storage because right now we're running out of space in our control space, so we're using the Parkview storage. They allow we have to call one of these items here to see if it's okay to use the storage.
You guys are incredible. Incredible. Huge hearts. Great sales guys. Yeah. Anyone looking for, to hire the team Dynamo here, definitely reach out to Lisa because she'll put you on the right track. But you guys are phenomenal. Great job. Great job. Well, I love having these talks with people that are doing some great. It's called the good, but you guys should be called the great. All three of you are doing phenomenal. The two of you have taught Lisa how to sell because she sold more calendars in my office than she planned to. So well done.
Thanks, guys.
They're the guys to follow. I mean, tell you, Lee Iacocca said, "Lead follower, get out of the way," and you better get out of the way of these guys because they're quite the pair. So, any last minute closing words, guys? Anything you want to say before we cut you loose?
You have anything to say? Before we go? Nope.
Oh, you guys are doing a great job. Don't go away. Hang on tight. Lisa, anything you want to impart before we close out?
We're grateful for the opportunity, Doug, just to sit down and talk. And as I said, I'm a newbie here at Community Living. I just started in July, but they're incredible organization. And it's top down, Doug. Ron Korstein is just an amazing leader, as well as all the directors, my manager, Nicole Rosler, she's incredible as well. They've really created a family of individuals who are working from the heart, and they're always looking for new and fun and exciting ways to expand services and provide meaningful, inclusive opportunities for those who access services. And I mean, we're just hitting the tip of the iceberg here, but absolutely, if anyone's looking for more information, certainly go onto our website or feel free to give us a call. We can have a chat and share with you our new and exciting things, or please follow us on, we're on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. We're always online to share our exciting success stories. And certainly, individuals like Brett and Derek are just incredible individuals that I've had the opportunity to get to meet and know.
Yeah, absolutely. They are definitely a great pair to get to know, and really just a small sampling of the phenomenal, members and people that you have within Community Living. So, guys, hang on. I'm just going to say goodbye to these fine folks. I'll come get you in a second. So there you have it. Some incredible things. It's called the good, but I think maybe tonight I should call it the great. Some incredible things that's happening in my neck of the woods. I hazard a bet that it's probably also in your neck of the woods if you just Google it. You can say, hey Siri, what's going on in my neck of the woods? Do I have a community living? And she'll tell you. So till the next time we talk, thank you very much for checking out Engagement.